Oh.
In a world where equality is just another euphemism for mediocrity, where participation is more highly valued than achievement, where just enough to get by is the new standard of excellence, there is a small minority of people who fight back against such apathy, who struggle daily to reach new heights. These brave few are the hope for the future, the bright shining light for the next generation. They are the ones who will lead us to the places we have never dreamed of, to the undiscovered country, to reach goals only a few can even begin to imagine. Unfortunately, none of those people could be here tonight, so kick back and relax. Prepare yourself for several hours of fun, friendship, fascinating conversation, and fabulous music. All those F's, that's an alliteration and kind of a radio trick. Speaking of radio, you're listening to the most popular radio station in the history of broadcast radio, at least among stations that originate from Chris's living room. It's Curious Times. Your host is a curious listener. Here she is, Chris.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Curious Times. It's Tuesday, January 17th. Happy birthday, Gigi, just in case you're listening. And I know that it might be tomorrow where you are already, but anyway, on January 17th, you were born. And so it's still the 17th for me, so it means it's still your birthday. And in case you're listening to the archives, I hope you had a really great birthday and a really awesome year ahead for you. And so there you go. Lisa is here. Lisa Noland-Shalosky is here tonight. And just to quickly let you know what's coming up tomorrow, we're going to maybe be here with just nonsense. Thursday, Jen Young is here. Friday, empty night off for Chris. Kimber's here Saturday, Sunday, Monday, night off. Tuesday, Alicia and Corinne are here, and Kathleen Moore next Wednesday. There you go. That's what's coming up in the next week. We're grateful that you're here, and we are grateful for your support. And so now Lisa is here. She is a psychic medium and more. And she uses most of the clairs, psychometry, and she can just connect directly to give you, if you just give her your name, so she can connect with you. She can also connect you to your loved ones who have crossed over, and spirit guides, angels, and light beings. She cannot connect you to the heavy beings. They're busy at the Heavenly Weight Watchers program. They're not available for contact until they become light beings. Anyway, she's also a trance channel, and so she steps out and invites angelic entities or others to step in and borrow her body for a little while in order to communicate directly. And for more information on Lisa's services or to book a private reading, you can visit her website at www.lisanoland.com. And you can find her on Facebook, facebook.com/Lisa Noland, Psychic Medium. Here comes Lisa. Hi, Lisa. How's it going?
Hey, can you hear me?
I can. It's a freaking miracle.
First time. Oh, my God.
I know. Usually there's something that happens, and so holla frickin' Luya. Mark this date down. Mark this date down. How's it going?
It's going good. Sorry I was late. I had my gig tonight, and then I got home and decided to cook up some bacon and...
bacon. I can't think she's bringing more bacon tonight. That's not even nice. Not even nice.
And then I was like, oh, and then, no, we had no, CJ's asking if we got, they, what day was it? Friday day, they started, putting stuff down on the roads because it was anticipated that we were supposed to have this massive ice storm by Saturday, blah, blah, blah. Nothing. We got nothing. Which is fine. I mean, I'm totally fine with that, but they just put the fear of God in everybody, and it's like a big waste of time. There was absolutely nothing here.
Well, if they sat and did nothing, and then you got lambasted with it, you'd all be bitching that they didn't do something to prepare. Yeah. So either way, no situation.
They can't win. Nope, they can't win. possible. It's like the government. You cannot win.
And so that's good. You had your gig, and what else is new with you? What do you want to talk about?
You know what? Do you remember that photo I sent you? I got to thinking we should show that. That one of that fairy, that orb that I took.
Yeah. Did you send it to me on Facebook or on? I know I downloaded it, but
on Facebook.
It's easier for me to. It was on Facebook. Yeah. Okay.
I think we talked about it a few shows ago about some photos that I have. Oh, Poodle, can you wait, baby? Wait. While you're looking that up, when he rings the bell, he's got to go out. I don't want him peeing on the carpet.
Okay.
So go ahead and pull it up.
The poodle.
The poodle.
Crazy reason. Cat rings a bell to go pee outside. Talk about a pampered cat. I could see a cat with a bell. You know what I mean? Drive you freaking crazy every time. Okay, so Lisa. Long time ago. Many private messages ago. Where is Lisa? I'm just going to go right to her.
Good boy. Thank you.
Nothing but a professional radio going on.
Now he's looking at me like, where's my treat? Did you find it?
I'm getting to it. There it is. Hang on. Please stand by.
CJ, where are you? That you got all that snow and stuff. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, you guys always get a lot of stuff there. That's kind of expected, isn't it?
Quit messing around with your headset, with your hair.
It's driving me crazy. My hair's in the way.
Stop it!
You know, and it got up to 68 degrees today. I mean, it was crazy how warm it got. And I went out with some friends yesterday, and we did some painting. And I should show you my little painting I did. It's just right here. Hang on. Now, I'm no Picasso for sure. Oh, yeah, there it is. I'm no Picasso, but this is my little painting I did yesterday.
Oh, look at you. Oh, that is so nice, actually. That's
my little nice. Growing up, we had a tire swing off of this big tree at our house. So,
like a donut. I wish I could eat donut right now. Perfect donut. It's just a purple.
That's my cute little painting I made. So yeah, I actually took that photo myself. In an apartment that I used to live in years ago. So I moved into my condo in 2011. So somewhere between October 2010 and September 2011, I took that photo.
It looks more like it looks kind of like a rodent, like a mouse. Like there's one eye, there's the nose, and so like for me, I'm seeing like some kind of a rodent. But I always see shit differently than the rest of you.
Yeah, but when you zoom in, it's a fairy. You can see her ears. You can see her.
But it's
like
not working. It's not working here like that. It's not like I'm zoomed in and it distorts because the resolution isn't good.
Yeah.
And so I can't see it in there.
So the way it is on the screen, she's facing the left, and that's an eyeball, and that's like curly hair. And then there's like a pixie ear. Like she's a profile. It's a profile picture.
Okay, Lisa. Oh, I see. Oh, ding, ding, ding. Now it's there.
It's a profile.
Oh, watch this. Okay, here we go. There's the chin and the mouth.
Yeah, there's the lips. There's the nose. There's the hair.
Curly hair. And there's the eye, the hair comes up around like this.
Yep.
And so wow. Okay, now I see that. Wow. That is wow. Now I see that.
And I was a good probably. The reason it's so distorted is I'm just trying to maybe 50, 60 feet like away from where the orb was, like when it showed up in the photo. So I was far away from it when I took it. And then when I looked at it, I was like, holy bejesus, look at that. And look at the colors in it.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a fairy either. Like that could clearly just be like a little girl person or a young woman person, you know. It doesn't have to be it could be a fairy. I can't say that it's not a fairy.
To me, it was more fairy-like because of the pointy ears, but I don't know. This was,
I can't see ears through all of this hair unless you're saying this is the ear.
Yeah, it's right there. Yeah.
I think this is all hair. Hair. And the hair comes like here, and then there's a curl bit here, and then it goes like this, and there's still more hair here. And all of this is hair. Curly hair. Blonde.
Yeah.
And,
but isn't that crazy how you can see the eyeball and everything?
I can see the eye, the chin, the lips. I could see the nose. I could see like all that. I do not see an ear. You know?
Okay. Well, I don't see it so much in the way it looks right now, but
freaking amazing. That's freaking amazing.
And I need to pull some of these up. They're on a what do you call it? A hard drive that's separate from your computer. A backup.
Yeah, like
on a backup drive in there. Yeah, they're on an external drive. They're on an external drive in the safe, but I took them years ago when I was out at Serendipity Stables. I actually have one of my friend who's deceased now. He's working on the owner of the stables, and I'm up in the mall taking pictures down, and literally right on his shoulder is a little Buddha in an orb. Like, it is Buddha. It is crazy. And there's so many pictures that I have. I just need to take the time to dig them out.
Now, this picture you took, and so let me zoom back out. So it's a room, and so is this like a screen? Is this like a door into a room, or is it a screen door to the outside? Or
I am outside. I am standing outside.
You're outside. Okay, good.
That's a bush, right? That's a bush, and I am standing outside because I would walk around and just like it's blackout, and I know the neighbors are going to think I'm crazy, but I would just.
Why is there two doorways?
Those are two doorways to my neighbors, like across from me.
I see.
So basically, the way it was
like
set up,
houses, like these are next by each, and their front doors are that close to each other. Yeah.
Yeah. Front doors are that close to each other. So if you walk into the door on the right, the rest of her apartment's on the right. You walk on the door on the left, the rest of the apartment's on the left. Yeah. Right? The doorways were matched up together.
I didn't think that they shared this space as their apartment.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. Like you walk in and then you turn. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you. There are mirrors of whatever.
And it's really small apartments.
Why were you taking the picture?
Chris, I still do. Even when I go out on the golf course, I just snap it.
That's a little creepy, Lisa, taking pictures of your neighbor's doorway. It's a little creepy, gotta say. And is there a hunky dude that lives in this place or what?
No, they were old people. Old people.
That's interesting, and I can even see it quite clearly now that I have the perspective. It's funny because this is like one of those. You know how they have those. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of optical illusion pictures where it could be two things, and so my first glance at this. I see an eye here, and a nose of like a mouse or a mouse or some kind of rodent, maybe a rat or something. But now that I've seen the profile of now that's all I see pretty much. You know what I mean? Like now when I look, first thing I see.
Yeah, that's all you see is the profile, isn't it? Once it's out.
That's awesome. That's awesome. What a great
Yeah,
job.
I have so many pictures of orbs and ectoplasm and all kinds of stuff that was taken, that I have taken, so I know that it's not manipulated, like nothing's been done to it.
Yeah.
It's yeah, it's just cool stuff. It's just really cool stuff. Yeah. So I can't remember if this happened between the last time I talked to you. I think it has. Did I tell you about that flash of light that was outside the window? Have we talked about that?
Or I've forgotten.
Okay, so it's been since I've talked to you last. So, again, Patrick and I live in a condo, and it's a 3-story condo. There's a basement, middle floor, and top floor. It's a bedroom. Only bedrooms up there. And the bedroom has the down here and upstairs share the same size window. So there's a window that's it's a sliding glass door, but it's like 3 doors wide, so it's a super wide door. And we've only ever had shears hanging up there. Because the lady who owned the place before me had curtains up there, and she took them down because she was going to sell them. And then because the person wanted the hardware too, they ended up not getting sold. But I thought they were so ugly, I never put them back up. And then I was too much of a cheapskate to buy curtains for, because it was going to cost an arm and a leg to cover that big of a window. So we've just only had shears up there. So this has been within the last couple of weeks. We're lying in bed, sound asleep, and all of a sudden this flash, like your eyes are closed and your eyelids light up because there's this flash outside. Mind you, we back up to a golf course. So behind me is the 11th fairway. There's nothing back there. It's just golf course. And so it woke him up and it woke me up. So, but I feel like he woke up first and he was like, "What was that?" And I was like, "I don't know." And no sooner did I sat straight up in bed and I was like, "I don't know. That was weird." And it flashed again, like this big, huge flash of light. But it was like yellow, and the whole base of the flash was like all red. Like it just flashed really fast, like this really burst of yellow with red across the bottom. And it went away, was gone. So I jump out of bed and I run over to the window and I was like, "What the hell is that? Okay, do it again, whoever you were, do it again." It didn't do it again. And Patrick's like, "Well, maybe it was a transformer." Maybe I'm like, "Patrick, really? It's the golf course. Where's there a transformer on the golf course?" "Well, maybe it was across the golf course and, over through the woods, and because there's like a ravine right behind the golf course, and then it leads to those apartments and some more and some housing over there." And I'm like, "No," because it was like it was right, like from where I'm laying in bed and where I saw it, it appeared to be like right in the middle of the golf course. Like it was this massive, just huge burst of light. So, I know what it was. Oh, yeah. I'm trying to remember what day that was. It was either last Monday or Tuesday, because I remember Wednesday I went and did a trade with a woman, and I did a reading for her, and she did some healing work on me. And she was kind of tapping into it as well, but I'm just curious to see what you guys are picking up on it.
So, Corrine, I'm just showing you this, look there. Look for the profile. You'll see the eye, the nose, the mouth, the chin, neck. You can see like a collar here, and this is all really curly hair, yes? See that, Corrine? How freaking cool is that? Waiting for her. She probably is like passed out on the floor at the awesomeness of that picture.
You guys would love some of these other ones I have. I've got 2 horses rearing up, and you can see the wings coming off the horses.
Wow.
I've got one that's you can see a horse and you can see a woman riding side saddle. I mean, they are so clear as day. I've got one that I took where literally it's an angel and you can see his little legs. It's just stupid. I've got one that has an orb that my niece took that has wings off the orb. Like they're just these wings. Like it's flying. almost like that little thing in Harry Potter, that little round ball that flies. That's exactly what it looks like. The only reason I don't share them is because they were taken out of a space called Serendipity Stables, and at some point they were going to create a book out of them so that we could make money for the stables because they're a 501c3. And if someone else got them and used them for profit, it wouldn't be fair. So,
well, if I put them up, I can scribble all over them or make some markings, and then that won't be of any use to anybody on a screenshot, But anyway, I understand. Hey, Lisa, listen to this. I'm going to just pick out a couple for you because everyone's sick of listening to this. But I tried to do a EVP session Saturday night because our guests forgot to come. And so I asked this question, what's it like to cross over? And this was so interesting. The amount of time that went by before this response came, it was pretty cool. So I think I might have it queued up.
I do now.
Hey, Linda, we're wanting to know, where are you right now?
Oh, and she says I'm right here, but I'm not going to bother you with that. Whoops. Oh, stop. Oh, no. Undo.
Yeah.
Undo. Okay.
Let me hear whatever you got.
Yeah. So can you tell us what made you die? What did you die from, Linda?
Cancer. Hang on. Let me turn the volume up. If you guys in the chat room don't mind listening again, I'll play the whole thing for Lisa. But I don't want to chase everyone away. I'm not going to spend all night on this. I know some people don't like to listen to the EVPs. Is it okay with you guys? Okay. Yes, okay. I was going to... maybe this time I'll mark down the times so it's easier for me to find them. I haven't processed this thing at all. It's still the original. Okay.
Okay, Linda Crystal, we're calling on you to talk to you, Linda Crystal. No, that's not going to work. Okay, Linda Crystal.
Okay, Crystal, right in here. Crystal, hang on.
Are you?
Okay, there it is. Crystal.
There?
Oh, for Christ's sakes. I'm gonna, no, I need to, okay, we'll do it this way. And it'll be easier for me to grab.
Are you there? Say your name if you're there.
Wait. Okay, there it is. Okay, did you hear that, Crystal? Crystal?
Yeah, I heard that. Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I hear that.
Okay.
Are you there? Say your name if you're there. Okay, Linda, do you know who I am? Linda, do you know who I am? Can you say my name? Okay, Linda.
I don't know what this is. Let me... Let's see, when it's just Chris... Anyway, not going to stretch it.
Hey, Linda, where do we know each other from, Linda? Can you tell us where we know each other from? Where do we know each other from?
I don't know what this is. Anyhow.
Okay, Linda, you had a shop, before you died, you had a shop. What kind of shop was it?
On to number 15.
Linda Crystal, what kind of shop did you have?
Radio network.
See, you hear radio network right here, but that's typical to hear on the radio, right?
Radio network.
I think that says radio network.
Radio network. Radio network.
No. So, but that's typical to hear on this.
Okay, Linda, we're wanting to know, where are you right now?
Right there, I think I got I'm here. Hang on.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah. Right here. Okay, and then I get another one though. Hang on.
Where are you?
I'm right here. I'm right here. Anyway.
So the third time, where are you? She's like, I already answered you twice. Yeah. So can you tell us what made you die? What did you die from, Linda?
Cancer. Anyway, possibly that says cancer.
What did you die from?
Oh, there was something there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What kind of work did you do, Linda, at the end on the radio? What kind of work were you doing on the radio?
Awesome.
What kind of work were you doing on the radio, Linda?
I see that magnify. I don't know if it's part of a song or what that is, but like I always associate like magnifying glass with like a detective, a private detective kind of a thing. And she did have her private detective license, but she also was like in essence a detective for missing people. She was she involved herself with missing people. She used forensic astrology to locate missing people.
Oh, okay.
So the best thing is coming up.
Can you tell us, can you describe what it's like to cross over?
It's amazing. And like the proximity of the answer to the question, you know, makes me raise my eyebrows, right? It's amazing. That was cool. Yeah.
Go look at what I sent you in Skype.
Okay.
Did you say amazing?
And then I hear the word conscious right here. Gotta stretch that a little. Conscious.
What's it like to cross over? Okay, look, do you have anything? Okay, Linda, you were on my show, and
So now there's not much except at the very end. It's only the second time ever that I've heard Kristen. I hear Chris all the time, but I don't always assume that's Chris because it's just like a one syllable, you know what I mean? And so when I hear Kristen, I pay attention.
okay, Linda, thank you very much, and rest in peace over there. Unless you're probably knowing you're busier than you were even here on Earth.
Hear that? Definitely Kristen.
Is that your real name?
Yeah. No doubt in my mind that says Kristen. So anyway, that was most of it. Now there's still some stuff in there to be found, to go ahead and really analyze it. But that's, there's enough there that I think, I think we made contact. And
so who is this woman?
Well, she had a show on BTR and she dealt with missing persons cases. And she came on my show to deal with that Park Kingery, Tamara Kingery, the missing woman that I asked all my mediums about. I think I asked you about her back. And so, what my intent is with this is to, I'm pretty sure we asked you. It was like,
I don't remember a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Did the husband do it and blah, blah, blah and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, what my intent with this is to do a couple of more just casual sessions, see if I can, if I think I'm getting her again. Then I want to get a little more complex with her and I want to start asking her about some of the cases she worked on. Like now that you're crossed over, Linda, you have access to information that you didn't have access to before. So, where is Tamara or where is, Brittany Drexel or whatever, any of the other cases, you know what I mean? And, or who did it, and see if we get any interesting, answers or information that way. That would be cool, So that's kind of my, ultimate end goal with Linda Crystal. And, she of course also was intrigued by the paranormal, not just astrology, you know what I mean? And so, anyway, I think that was enough to make me go, pretty good for just doing a quick, like I wasn't even intending on doing.
That's awesome.
And so, anyway, okay, so you said go check out a picture that you sent me. Let me see. Okay. Oh, okay. Holy crap! There's lots of pictures. Okay.
There's some of the ones I mentioned.
Yeah. Okay.
They're all owned by me. They're all pictures I have taken, and Serendipity Stables has the rights to reproduce or reprint them. But if you want to show them, they can only be for you to show only.
Yeah. Okay. This is going to take a little bit of work here. They're small. They're not going to show up good on my...
They came through small?
Yeah. Hang on.
There's something else I can do. I had to pull them out of a program that I was I can show you on I can take a picture of my screen and show them to you that way.
Okay. Oh yeah, okay.
Can you do that?
Yeah,
Okay, let me do this. This is going to turn out pretty good, actually. I think. Okay, so for example, this is what I just sent Chris. How this shows up. This one here is of the it's a woman on horseback. Too bad if you can you're going to have all the.
so that's not going to be as good as if we put the picture up.
Yeah.
And probably
Exactly.
yeah. I would have to work on those and see if resizing them. Let me see here. Open with.
You should be able to just do file save as, right?
No, but they're small, Lisa, and any small picture is pixelated terribly on the.
Okay. Well, it's not the original. It's I pulled it out of a document when I teach a class when I teach about orbs, I use those photos.
Right.
So I took them out of my document.
Yeah. Like I'll show you what I mean. So copy, and then I'll go ahead and I'll go paste, and then I'll go crop. Okay, and then I'll go save as. And I'll go Lisa Horse, okay? And we'll go with okay and save. And then I'll show you what I mean. Lisa Horse. JKL Lisa Horse, open, upload. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, that's actually not too bad.
Let me get back over here. Yeah, that's the woman riding the horse. And it's of course I'm pointing to it like you can see my pointer, but
I see.
there's
so
the horse.
The horse. Like all the like the horse, the bit, the rein, and all that. Here's the horse's mane.
And at the top of the photo is the face of the woman.
There's the woman and two arms, one arm, two arms. Here's her hair. Here's her nose, big nose. Chin.
Well, actually go on up. And I don't know if you may be seeing something I'm not, but there's a woman like maybe an inch from the top of the screen. Like she's looking straight at you. Right there. See that face right there? There's actually 2 or 3 people right there.
That's right here.
One.
Spooky thing I would never step with ever. But this here, right on the horse. There's a leg. There's an arm. There's another arm. Here's her head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she's got longer hair there. Here's her back. You know what I'm saying? Here's her back.
Yeah.
So I see a woman right on. This is like now that I'm looking, it looks kind of like a skunk right here. Like dark eyes, the pointed nose here, brown nose, a little patch of white right here. Anyway, so there you go. Interesting. Or like a bat. You know what I mean? And then these would be the wings of the bat or something. Like it's got like a bat face or something maybe, you know?
Mhm.
Anyway. Okay, so we're now here's the deal, you guys. So what are we going to talk about? Does anyone want to call in and talk about or ask anything? It doesn't have to be for a reading. And I'm going to play a song, but if we don't have much going on, we're going to wrap early. Okay? Just so you guys know. And I don't mind staying and that if we have, and this is like a Santa's hat over here or something like that.
Yeah, that's so I'm inside the barn, and that Santa hat is actually on the water pump.
Now, actually, that I'm looking, there's also like a dog space here. You know what I mean? And really a lot of things in here, because here's a bigger, which would be more like a bigger snout. Like here's the mouth and the nose, but here's the ratty batty one.
Yeah, I never saw him before.
This is kind of different, like almost like a, wow. Oh, and then there's a head up here.
Yep, there's a head there. But the one I see is the big head right in the middle. Like she's just huge, like frontal view.
Yeah, but if you're talking about this, like if you're talking about, oh, let me get ready. Yeah, like to me, this is like, okay, here's like a bat wing type of a thing here. Okay, this is like a bat ear. Here's that one eye. Here's the next eye. Here's the white patch in the forehead. This is the nose area of the bat, or the nose and mouth area of the bat.
Right to the left of that is a woman's head.
Right there.
Yeah.
There's the woman's head right there. There's the guy's head right here.
Yep.
There's the woman who's on the horse right here. And kind of cool. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna play a song, and if we have some callers or something to discuss, talk about, guys, if you have questions, put them in the chat room. Then we'll go ahead and continue. Otherwise, we will get out of Dodge early tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and find us a song. The Horse with No Name. All right, we are back, and just a quick shout out. Hi, Amy, and Lisa's our guest. Christy's there, Dan, Marie, Medium Renee Richards, Korean Supernatural Radio, and Wildflower Wind Sandy. Thank you for coming. And so, what do you got coming up, Lisa? Anything interesting?
Oh, not really. Just kind of a boring life right now. I'm working at the store for the next couple of days. If anybody's in the Columbus area, I'll be at Mystic Sisters. Come in and do some shopping. And it's been a really busy January already, but just looking forward to being able to like have nice weather and get back out again. I'm just like going stir crazy being in the house.
Is it really cold or what? Or are you
just
a wimp?
I mean, I'm a wimp.
And
I
so
like being cold.
Yeah. Well, I don't like being cold either. I really don't really. I am happy though, like it's getting, like it's staying lighter longer, and so this is the best time of the year. It always gets sad for me after like June 21st. I'm all like, shit, it's downhill from here already. You know what I mean? And I just got used to summer, and it's coming to an end. And so, because we spend a good deal of time in the darkness up here, and so it's nice that in the worst of it, right in the heat, right at the winter solstice, it's like 4:30. It's dark by 4:30 in the afternoon, and
that's crazy.
Yeah, and it's not really light until after 8 a.m., and so kind of a bummer, and that's like a lot of darkness, and so I like to build up to spring and summer. I always feel like, okay, we're through the darkest days, and onward and upward we go. And then June 21st hits, and I'm all like, oh my God, it's already going to start getting shorter days now, It's crazy. So kind of ruined summer. But
have you seen? Has anybody watched the show Travelers? It's a Netflix original.
Oh, I didn't know it was a Netflix original. I don't watch it on Netflix.
Well, I think I've only seen it on Netflix because we don't have cable. We just have Netflix and Hulu. I'm addicted. Like I'm on. I don't know if there was just more than one season of it though.
I'm not sure.
Episode like 10, I think. Episode 10.
There's another show that's similar, and it's called like Time something. Like the word time is in it, and it's kind of a good series too.
If you think of it, send it to me.
Yeah,
I love
travel.
that kind of stuff. I mean, it's just crazy awesome. Like,
yeah.
I'm really digging this show. I watched like 4 episodes of it today.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. Is that the one where they go back to famous events in history and all that kind of stuff? Or is
this one is the one where as they have a countdown to when someone's going to die, and then somebody from the future takes their body.
Yeah, gotcha. There's
really good.
There's another one where they go back to the one they did of the Hindenburg and other major historical events where it's like messing with the they can't mess too much with it because it still has to go down the way it did because you can't like screw with time like that. But
right.
Give me a few minutes and I'll look it up on the TV. I'll look up the name of it on the TV. Maybe you'll be able to have access to it on Netflix. You know what I mean? And so here, I'll just go like this because I think I have it on my called Timeless. So check that one out if you can find it online or something like that. Timeless.
Oh,
and it's Timeless.
I'll look it up tomorrow.
Worth checking out. And so, what other good stuff is on lately? I like The Librarians. Have you ever seen that series, The Librarians? Oh yeah, that's kind of a cool show too. Does anyone in the chat room? I'm trying to think of the guy's name too, the one actor. And they're kind of like, I wouldn't even know how to describe it. Like they have the Guardian and the Librarians, and they can travel around in time, and they can shift them, do crazy magic things. You know what I mean?
Oh, really? It's called The Librarians.
And they're trying to save the world and this and that, and do good things. Do gooders. And so, look that one up too, The Librarians.
Okay, I got it written down.
There's a guy that's kind of one of the main guys, and he was like in one of these comedy. I just can't remember what show he was in before. But Dan, what the heck is his name? I can't remember his freaking name. But anyway, if you just Google Librarians, you'll be able to see the cast, and you'll know who I'm talking about. So that's a good one too, because it's a little bit funny too, like a little bit of comedy in there also, and so I like that. It's not all totally serious,
Yeah.
It's not stupid. It's not stupid comedy, but it's it lightens the load a little bit. It's a good show. The one I really used to like was the Under the Dome. I was sad when that one ended. You know what I mean? Under the Dome.
Oh, I don't think I watched that one either.
Oh, you should if you can find that online. That's worth binge watching. And
what's it called? Under the Dome.
Under the Dome, yeah. Travelers and Librarians. Yeah, John Larroquette. From Night Court. That's right. Where are you going, Amy? Oh yeah, Amy has the trip. When are you leaving, Amy? Like any time now? Oh, tomorrow. Okay. All right. How long are you gone for? Stalking information. Always, I don't know why this thing goes crazy on me. Okay. It's crazy. Okay, let me see.
Amy's moving in 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she got a job in Chicago. She got a job in Chicago.
Oh,
great
for
job.
heaven's sake.
Yeah.
Good for you, Amy.
Didn't somebody say Chicago in a reading, Amy, or what? Did somebody say Chicago in a reading to you? And you were like, oh, I couldn't imagine moving there. Oh, okay. They said west. And so that was the best news we had around here in a long time. And that was great. Really great. Big job, a big girl job, where she has to like leave the house and go to an office and everything.
Ah.
Oh, and 10,000 to move? Fuck. Oops, pardon my language. That's great. Woo. Yeah, and wear a bra. Yeah, put the knitted knockers on and wear a bra. Turning into a car. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So there you go. So that's it. I guess you guys don't have much to talk about. Yeah, Corinne's here. Corinne's here. Put her on. She got hacked. I know she got hacked. I mentioned it at the beginning before we started recording.
I don't understand how that happens. Like they broke into the back end of the website? Like what I don't understand.
Yeah. And then they installed malware. So the failure is on the part of her internet provider or her website provider, her host, because they're supposed to always be a backup copy of your website.
Right.
And they didn't have any backup copies of nothing.
Oh my God.
I'm all like, you should get every fucking penny back from them bastards. And then they sent her to go pay $1,200 to their service provider who did nothing for her. They did not fix it. They took her $1,200. I'm like, what? I said, you go do a credit card reversal right now. That is just not right. And so you get a credit card reversal done instantly. And then tell them people they can pay whoever you've hired to fix it, because they're supposed to have a freaking backup of their website.
I've never heard of that happening before.
Some fleece organizing. And then Corinne should just move to Intuitalks and let Jenny host it. Let Intuitalks host the website. Seriously. And you can still keep the same domain. Nobody will know they're on Intuitalks. It'll just be purpleplates.com. And then you know the host personally. You know what I'm saying? It's like crazy. Jesus.
So what set the malware off when somebody tried to order something?
No, it probably they probably just installed it and it probably dissolved the whole freaking thing, just like probably didn't take anybody doing anything. You know?
So the whole site just disappeared? Is that what happens? Or just
Yeah.
Wow.
Malware. That's what malware is, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So I have my notions. I'm not gonna say out loud who, but I believe somebody that I know went whining to somebody else that I know that we all know, and then somebody else went and hired a hacker.
It feels targeted.
Yeah, oh yeah, especially in the heels of a special timing of a certain thing that went on. You know what I mean? I could just see how it went. Like, I get my spidey senses, and I'm not always that wrong. And the timing of this is very, very suspicious to me. And I can just see how it went. And then this other person is somebody that had posted in the past about how easy it is to hire hackers.
Oh, my.
Yeah, how easy it is to hire hackers, how easy it is to hire somebody to do DDoS attacks, which was happening to me all the time, DDoS attacks.
What's a DDoS?
That's like where they get bots, then all these bots, they hit your site, so it crashes the site. You know, like when they open any new site, so when they opened up the new healthcare site or something in the States, so many people go to it at once, it crashes it. Well, in this case, what it is it's not a bunch of real people going, but it's a bunch of bots. So it's as though it's a bunch of people. And then what happens is that they actually, like you and me and any one of us could actually be bots without us knowing it. We could have picked it up along the way. And so then whenever they say, okay, go into action, without us even knowing it, our IP could be getting used to go and hit a site, you know? And so what it is there's like millions. It depends. If you pay this much, you get that many bots. If you pay that much, you know, and then you pay to have it happen once or to happen at a certain time over a period of time, and like all of that. Or you can just hire somebody to be a hacker, to just go hack and disassemble. Funny that during this other time, I also, for the first time in my life, had my personal email account hacked. And so my internet service provider, they took down they shut my email down because there was emails from Afghanistan and Iraq getting sent from my account that were not good emails.
Oh, wow.
And they knew I had been hacked. And so they just shut it down. And then when I went to go try to get my email, they said, they knew I would have to contact them. And they're like, yeah, you were hacked. And so we had to shut it down. So here we go. We'll set it back up for you, you know. And so I know what's going on. I know. And, you know, like at the end of the day, the universe will take care of it. The universe will take care of it. You cannot, it's almost impossible, even any of these ones that hack the U.S. government. You know what I mean? Even all those high-tech intelligence people, they almost can never trace it back to who. You know what I mean? Is because it's using all these different IP addresses from, you know what I mean? And so it's almost impossible to backtrack it to the one. And usually, and if you can backtrack it to the one, it's usually a proxy. So it's a fake internet address that's being used anyways, you know, for the trouble. And so yeah. But I think the universe will take care of it. And people should get a fucking life and go on with their bit, you know. It's one thing to do this or that. We're messing with somebody's livelihood.
Right.
You know? That's her business. And
That's
and this is already like day 3 now or something, maybe day 3 of it already. And it's still being tried to put together.
Oh,
the only
wow.
thing you do right now, at least when you go there now, there's a phone number. Phone purple plates. Place your order, you know. But, yeah. Very, very bad. Very, very bad. I like to punch some people in the face, you know. I don't do that really, but I'd like to. Last time I punched someone in the face was junior high, and their nose wouldn't stop bleeding, and it freaked out, and I couldn't after that. And so, but you know, that's what I'd like to do, you know, or I'd like to be able to prove it and get them in serious legal trouble. But I know that that's a pipe dream, you know. And then you have the challenge of different countries, right? And whose law prevails, and how can you get, you know, somebody in a different country is going through somebody in a different country to do something in a third country. You know what I mean? Like, where do you even start legally with that? Right? Like, you can't pull them if they're from outside of your country. How do you get them to your country to do anything, right? You know, and even if you could prove, like, the police are too busy with like people murdering people and stuff like this, right? To go start arresting people for a hack. right? And so in the future, we really need to get a better cyber police, international cyber police squad that can do something and have long arm of the law. You know, have like you know how like when they have international waters, then certain laws apply?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think that there needs to be something done here because too much abuse and other illegal activities being done on the internet where, and it gets complicated by being routed through all these different countries and all this kind of stuff. And so now whose law prevails and how do you get the person to prosecute them? You know, if I want to sue you in small claims court or something, I have to come to the United States to do that. So it's going to be cost prohibitive for me to come to do that, you know?
Right.
And otherwise I have to hire a representative to go and do that. And so that means that if I can't testify, right, then, so it just becomes, so they really have to start to, you know, because this is where it's all happening right now is on the internet, you know? And we got to really figure out a way to police the internet in a way better way. I mean, there's laws against cyberbullying and all that, but there's really no enforcement of it. I found that out myself personally, right? And if I had a huge pocketbook, then I could have hired some people to go and do that. I could have sued. I would have filed a lawsuit against Blog Talk Radio because they, I think, have a responsibility to keep their customers safe from cyberbullying, you know, and harassment and stalking. And they were not providing that, and they knew, and I could prove to them who was doing it, and they did nothing. And, you know, so there would be some recourse there for someone that has the money and the time to go and sue them, you know. But really, at the end of the day, it's just a really crappy situation. And, you can see how far the reach is when people from Russia can start messing around with shit, right? And, influence events around the world just through the internet using hacking and everything like that. So, yeah, I had said, that's what I said too, Marie, is like hosting logs and all that. But what I'm saying to you is that somebody that's deaf, that's doing this professionally is using they're using proxies. And so you know, they're hiding behind, so, you know, that's why you can't really ever find these people. The only way, you know, that I thought it would be is like if a certain person had been given the password, and they might not be smart enough to go and like ask where they're from, and then you could catch them. But I don't think that's what happened. I think that person A complains to person B and whines, and person B, you know, is looking to stir up some trouble anyways, and they go ahead and hire hackers for cheap. You know, they're you can hire them for Bitcoins. They a lot of them, they're working on Bitcoin system because that's also then not traceable or whatever, you know? It's crazy.
What's a Bitcoin?
It's an online form of currency, basically. Like, was going to be the big thing, you know? I don't know how big it is anymore, but like it was destined to be a huge. And there's a lot of things you can use Bitcoins to buy online in the internet, I guess, in the internet world. Not quite like eBay and what's the other one, you know, but I mean, but I think that was their goal, is to have that be the main online currency, you know what I mean? And so, anyway. Okay, well, I think that we got, a slow show, and I see you yawning.
I can't stop yawning. I'm sorry.
No. Hey, that's okay. That's okay. So we will just go ahead and wrap a little bit early tonight.
Sure.
You are back on the 7th of February, I believe. 7th of February. And and so there you go. So LisaNoland.com. Get her there. Get her on Facebook, you guys. And you take it easy. Hopefully you get warmer weather over there.
2717, buy a lotto ticket.
I don't know why. It sounds lucky to me. Take 2 by the lottery. 2 by the lottery.
I'll do it
and
straight. I'll do it straight in box. 2717, straight in box.
There you go.
And if I win something, CJ, I'll tell you, and I'll share it with you.
Yeah. She'll stock the Ohio lottery now, you know what I mean?
I'll even write it down so I don't forget.
All right, kids, so we're out of here then. Thank you. Have a safe trip, Amy. And we're back to maybe tomorrow. I'll see. I don't have a guest for tomorrow, so we'll see what happens. Okay, guys? So we're gone. Thank you, Lisa, very much.
Bye.
Take it easy.
Bye, Chris.
See
you later, guys.
2, 1. Peace out, kids.